What's going on, everybody? I know it's probably windy watching this video. We're out here at the dump. We just had some major weather come in this last week, so a lot of trees down, stuff like that. This wasn't a tree down here that I'm unloading. This is some river birches that I trimmed up. You can see these are just all felled trees in people's yards that they brought out here. Now this is a local, this is a free dump. I couldn't be more blessed to have something like this, because I know some of you guys have to pay for your disposal, and I couldn't imagine. I've been spoiled to live where I live and don't have to pay for this kind of stuff. I just want to check in with you guys and let you know things have been popping. Bidding season is just about over, meaning the time of year that I run around trying to find new properties to grow and expand the company, or just take the place of some ones that we're getting rid of. We did end up dropping a few places, but we ended up picking up a huge contract this year that, for the company wise, is going to make close to 40 grand just mowing. And that's huge. That is huge. We did keep a few things. We made a move this year. Let me put it this way. I had a contract with the city, and if I never missed a mow, I'd probably make around $18,000. And you would think you'd want to keep that and the $40,000 contract, but in reality, I just want to check in with you guys, kind of show you what we're doing, let you know I'm still alive out here, and tell you that we got that property. But more than importantly, we dropped the city property. So you're probably hearing I'm losing 18 grand. So I'm going backwards. And I'm trying to build my business, right? Well, you'd be wrong. I'm actually still growing my business, and I'm going to make more money. I say that because after expenses, paying a full-timer to be with me, and even someone, a part-timer, I'm going to clear over 17 grand of money in my pocket for the year. Just on that one contract, not to mention all the other jobs we have, all my residential properties, things like that. So I'm going to clear more after I get done with that one than I would with the entire contract before expenses on the 18,000. And I tell you, the reason how that's happening is the fact that the $18,000 contract. The $18,000 contract takes way more time to do for less money. If I was getting paid accordingly to the property sizes that I'm doing, that property was easily double, from 18 grand to over, I think we added up on easily over $30,000 for that property. I did that because I wanted to jump into the business, see what we could do. I admit I pulled the trigger a little too quick and got this company started in the fact of thinking I had all my bases covered. So last year was a huge learning curve, and now I know what I'm worth. I know what I need to make, how much money an hour I need to make, what expenses are like. So that's something that you guys need to do. I know the season's about to start, but sit down, think about these things. Think about what's going to make you the most money. Think about how much money you want to make, you need to make if you're not working over the winter. How much it's going to cost you for fuel, supplies, breakdowns, your overhead. That means taking care of just to make the company run. You know, your bills, you're going to have insurances, you're going to have to pay your guys. There is a ton of stuff. And I wish I could sit here and say that 40 grand is going to be going in my pocket. But let's face it, as any real business owner knows, if you're clearing anywhere between 20 and 30% profit, that's pretty good. I mean, I've worked for some retail stores, box stores before, and I know some of you heard that figure and you know you can make more money than that. And yeah, you're right, you can. But that's either working by yourself, or you're working without insurances. Your overhead's just a lot lower, and there's ways about it. By owning your equipment, not having to pay for equipment, having your mom and dad work for you, having a friend work for you, and paying them less than you would a professional to work for you. I mean, there's all ways around to make more money, but I'm in the game to be as 100% professional as I can, do everything by the book, and grow my company accordingly. Number one tip I can give you, Run your business the way you want it to be now. Let me put it. Run your business now the way you're going to run it when it's huge. Run your business now the same way you're going to have to, you're going to need to, whenever your company is big and you can't cut corners. You can't do these things. Now, I know some guys will say cut corners as long as you can until you have to. And if you want to do that and skimp on the books and stuff, that's on you. But I'm telling you, consciously, I can't do that. So anyways, I'm really looking forward to this year, working on this huge contract. It's going to be a ton of work, so much work. But I'm going to be able to actually hire a full-time guy this year, 100% full-time with me for the whole year, instead of just some call-as-needed guys, maybe, and it's a beautiful thing. We are growing. I'm super pumped. This contract comes with a lot of other things, like other jobs, mulching, power washing, weeding, shrub cleanups. I mean, this is a property management job, and that's what we set out to do with this company. So a little check-in, a little what's going on. I hope that kind of helped you guys maybe sit down, rethink about what you're doing. I have a million things I could tell you guys to help you, and I'm going to try to sit down and sum those things up a little bit better if I can get the opportunity. But right now, that's what you need to know. You need to know that you really need to sit down and think about, I know every business owner will tell you this, think about what you need to make, think about what you want to make, and sit down and think what it's going to take to get there, to do both those things, and go from there. And don't shortchange yourself. I turned this contract. I was under the guy who had it before, but not by much. And I actually making more on some other properties than he was. So in the end, we're probably going to be making the same amount. And so I didn't underbid him, is what I'm saying. I'm not losing a lot of money getting this job. And I just turned in a bid the other day. I know that their highest bid was $180 for this one property to mow. My bid was $230. And I turned in a cover letter with my bids, and I let people know, hey, I know I'm more expensive, but I also know that my work is worth it. You're not paying just to get a haircut. You're getting paid to get the best haircut. You know what I mean? So, food for thought. Get out there. It's warming up. Things are turning green. It's crazy. It's happening so fast. Don't get caught. Don't get left behind. And I'm going to be making some videos in the future on how to pick up commercial properties. It's too late now. I know it is. You guys down south, you guys started maybe a month ago. All right. You guys here in the Midwest and in the transition zone, you guys are picking up. Things are getting going now. You guys on up north at the end of this month and the next month, I'm sure you guys are probably going to start picking up then. But it still will be food for thought, stuff you need to know, that you need to think about, so next year you can get a game plan. All right? See you out there.